YouTube wisdom would say I should be saying something like 6 reasons why you should use the full focus planner for your daily planning. It's going to change your life. But that's not me. I just can't do that. So what I'm going to be telling you today is 6 reasons why I'm going to be using this full focus planner for my daily planning and my reason behind going back to daily planning in general. Hi, I'm Em. I've been into things of productivity, planning, goal setting for a long time, but I'm struggling a bit since my schedule has become more flexible. And maybe you can relate to that. As a teacher at heart, I want to share what's working for me, some of the things that aren't, and help you either get started with this stuff or maybe just give you some food for thought if you're into this kind of thing. So let's get to it. Number 1, I like the page features of the Full Focus Planner daily pages. I'm using the portfolio size, which is 8.5 by 11. I like that it has lots of free space. I love that it has the daily big 3 right there, biggest day. I like the schedule. I like the fact that every hour is the same size and it's got a nice wide band from 5 till, I don't remember what time, but late in the evening, later than I need in the evening. But I like that it starts at 5 a.m. It has the daily rituals. That's their word for routines. Not sure how I feel about the word, but I like that they're there to check off the ones that I'm focusing on or all of them. And then there's a big area for tasks and notes. And for me, I'm not using notes in that section, but because it's so large, I like that it gives me room to break down my other tasks by area of focus. So I can have my home type tasks together. I can have my tasks together for my volunteer organization that I spend way too much time with. I can have my tasks for my channel broken out. It's very nice to have all that space to deal with. Number 2, I like that it was undated. I happen to start April 21st, and it's okay to do that because the planner isn't dated. I did buy a planner the end of last year, and I was sure that I was going to be using it every day this year. I was going to have every day just the same planned out in one big planner. But it was so thick because it was a full year daily planner that it was just uncomfortable to write on. It was too high on my desk. I'm short, and so I was like, kind of uncomfortable. And that ergonomics of desk things is important. Also, it was a 7 by 9, and I just like more white space. Didn't like how light the writing was. I like these daily pages much better. And undated means I can start now. Number 3, it's part of the Full Focus system, and I like their system overall. I haven't been in the actual planner for a year or two, but I do use most of the parts of their system. I definitely do a weekly planning session, they call it a weekly preview. I call it a weekly reset. It's as much back looking as forward looking, so I call it a preview. My GTD background has me sometimes bouncing into calling it a weekly review, but I like reset because it's resetting you by looking backwards and by looking forwards. It's great. It's a necessity. I do use an ideal week. I do have routines that I have a tracker that I've made for. I have other trackers. I have a project list, and I do goal setting. I do 2 months rather than 3. It's just a better time frame for me. But again, I just do a couple goals as they suggest. So I use a lot of the system. It's nice to have the daily pages that I'm using fit within that system. Number 4, planning versus recording. Now, this is something that really kind of was eye-opening to me when I figured it out. Maybe everybody knows this. I don't think so. When you're using a planner, think about how much of it are you actually planning and how much of it are you actually recording. Well, I've ended up separating my planning from my recording. So my spiral notebook is my thing I record in. And so I record what's happened each day. I realized that I don't like to look back and see the unfinished tasks when I'm back looking for something. There's things that are, forwarded or skipped or dropped or delegated. All of that, if you're looking back to find when you did something, is not all that useful to me. So my spiral notebook, I always have a daily log going where it's what I've actually completed. It's not every little task, but anything I think I might want to look back on and I'll fit between 1 and 3 pages on a day, depending on how busy I am with or how much I want to write down. I also can put narratives in there, so that's nice, something that I wouldn't be able to necessarily do within that planner confines. Number 5, that daily planning page can go next to my spiral notebook or one on top of the other, but usually they're both laid out side by side on my desk. Before I moved back into the full focus planner, I did from time to time use those Japanese notebooks that I can't pronounce. I'll put some pictures up here, but I would use those from time to time. But I really like the idea of having the daily that has each day set aside, so I'm encouraged to do it every day. Even if I don't use it completely, it's better to have something on it than not at all. If I did it in the spiral, and if I still wanted to have my recording as well as my planning, then I'd have to be flipping around more to get things onto that daily record. And this way they can be side by side. It works great. That's another reason I have my routines on just a separate page and I don't paste it into my spiral notebook. It's always just setting on top of it or off to the side of my desk and I pull it over. So because I'm not traveling with this stuff, it's fine. It's just on my desk. It doesn't all have to be in one book. And number 6, actually planning my day and scheduling some of my tasks. This has been something new for me, not the planning my day part. I was planning my day, like I said, sometimes I would plan it on those blank pages, but I'd have to draw things out. I have been more recently using Things 3 for my task manager, and I was using their when function and their today function to have it show me my tasks that I set aside for the day. I found I would choose way too many tasks. When you're having to write them out, it's much easier to limit what you're choosing, I have found. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with Things 3 for my tasks. That's kind of up in the air. I'll keep you posted. But I like going back to writing a daily page. I don't like writing out the time schedule and the drawing lines and stuff. So that's why I'm happy to be back in the daily. But the act of forwarding the tasks and writing the tasks each day makes me a lot more intentional with how much I'm scheduling for myself and really seems more like a commitment to trying to get done the stuff that I'm actually writing down. I've also, for the first time, really started writing some of the tasks on the schedule. Like if I have a meeting or an appointment that's out of the house and I'm planning to stop somewhere on the way there, on the way back, putting that task right in the schedule with that item. Or if I'm up early and I can't really call something till 9 a.m. or what have you, putting that task on there at 9 a.m. Sometimes I'll set a reminder for that stuff, but I like, rather than having that task in the task list, just putting it right on the schedule. It's been working great for me. Maybe that's something you've always done, but it's new to me. That wraps up my 6 reasons for using the Full Focus Planner as my daily planner and for going back to daily pages in general. Let me know in the comments if you're a Full Focus Planner user or you're considering one or you use a different daily planner. Maybe planning in your digital planner works for you. I would love to know if that's the case. If you found some use in this or some fun facts in this, I'd love to have you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and keep up with me, see how things are going. Dog says it's time to go out. Thanks for being here. Take care. We'll see you again.